Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 4. We are here with race 30. I saw the break hydration. Thank you so much. I am nearly out of my water, but I have just enough to get through the rest of the stream. Gotta keep hydrated. So this is Hell Marblecross. This is one of my own tracks, new to the series, and it is based on a Norwegian rallycross track. Because I was trying to come up with an idea for a track build while I was a bit bored one day. I was like, what about rallycross? Try and make something interesting with that. We'll go over to the track in just a second. Current standings, Pesky Bird just holding on to that lead. Stormy in second, Superboss in third, Were in fourth, all very close together. Fludes in fifth, Weep in sixth, Moo in seventh, Cheese in eighth, Sage in ninth, Demon in 10th. Then we have Alfonso, Iceman, Azur, Shady, Jimmy, Eggbot, and Luna. It's all still very close coming into the final three races. And following this race, there'll be two streams remaining. Marble GP Malaysia will have a stream of its own, and then we'll have the finale on Friday at Red Rings. So that to look forward to as always. But now let's head over to the track. So this is the track. Longer races. There'll probably still be standard race length. It's already all been planned out. But I like to do the finale race as a stream of its own. Plus, Iceman likes doing all the prediction stuff around how many points people need to get into certain positions. Yeah, maybe we could do something else to fill some of the time. Who knows? We could do some, I don't know, a casual race, a warm-up race or something, just to fill some time if people want a bit more to the streams. But yeah, they'll both be having their own streams. But here we are. This is the track. This is, as I said, based on the Norwegian rallycross Hal track. But before we go around, of course, we'll spawn everyone in. We have the starting line over here. Monaco GP, I think Ison made it. Ison has made a Monaco GP, I'm pretty sure. We'll spawn everyone in, reverse grid as usual, and we'll go and do the predictions. So start a prediction, 2 minutes to get those in. Fluids first, let's go. So heading down the first straight, be going around this turn here, as it is based off a rallycross track. There is the Joker lap. For those who don't know much about rallycross, there is a rule that once during a race the Joker has to be used, and it's usually different to the normal track route, so it can cost more time because they don't have pit strategies really in rallycross, so this is kind of the alternative. So I have got some logic function in there for that, and hopefully it all goes to plan and works correctly. It did in testing, but you know how these races go. So we will be seeing people use that once during the race, and that is that outside dirt area. They have a straight into a couple of sharpish turns, a sweeping bend into another tightening bend, then into the dirt section downhill, sweep to the left, and then a sweeping uphill bend to the right, and a quick sprint across the line and onto the next lap. So quite a quick look around the track. Still have a bit of time left on the DNF predictions. Love me some logic. Yeah, I've been trying to get to grips with it. The logic is hidden in a couple of these tents. So if you want to check out the track, it is also on the workshop. So you'll be able to find those in there. They are programmable for a number of marbles you have, for what laps you want them to use the Joker and all that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping I've got it set up right. Based on testing, it should be, but we'll see. It's not perfectly worked out to the exact number of marbles. It's kind of staggered, so you might see some of the grid do the Joker on one lap, and then the others do it on the next, to add a little bit of variance to it than everyone doing it on the same lap. But that can always be varied. No walls, possibly invisible. No. So no, there are no walls. In fact, I think, try to remember when I built this, there is a couple of walls on certain sections, and then no walls on quite a few other areas. And it's all using boost control to keep them on. So it was quite lengthy. One thing I do wish going a bit off on a tangent here, but one thing I do wish we did have in the creative was like free form boost placement or boost tiles, other than having to just build them, because if I want them to go around a corner and I'm having boosts all the way around the corner, I'm sort of placing it booster by booster by booster. So it'd be nice if I could have like a free form that just went around than having to put just straight boosters around the corner bit by bit. But yeah, the DNF prediction is now done, so let's get the race started and you'll see exactly what was meant. Should have predicted higher DNFs? Well, you have to wait and see. So head off into the first straight all together. Everyone grouped up and into the first corner. Falude's having the inside line with Superboss just behind, and then out onto the straight. A bit of a hit there as a collision. Iceman and Boer getting set back. With everyone quite close together, we may see some collisions. Superboss now at the front of the pack with Sage just on the inside. Boer and Iceman currently trailing. Now this does have some catch-up mechanics to help keep people together, and if you fall too far behind, helps you gain a little bit. And on the straights, there is also a bit of a 1 second boost to help with overtake, so they're not too much on rails. I think it is near enough within like a second of each other, similar to the DRS system. It's a NASCAR race, yeah. So from testing, everyone does stay fairly close together, so it should be quite a intense race. So going onto lap 2, looks like we have Shady leading, Sage just behind, Flude's now in third, Luna in fourth, Iceman making their way up to the battle for fifth. Weep and Cheese now trailing behind. The Weep managing to get past Jimmy. Alfonso on the inside of Shady. All very close together. Slowing down into the sharp corners. And into the dirt section. Alfonso is going to be leading. Iceman now in second. Jimmy in third. Azert, Eggbot, and Stormy very close together, but Eggbot's going to have the inside line. Iceman with a bit of a bump. Pesky Bird clipping the edge of the track is going to get slowed down. Jimmy with the inside line. This is like the complete opposite of the previous track. It is quite the contrast. There's been a collision going across the line there. Demon getting pushed back from it. Yes, a lot easier to track and a lot more contained. They were a lot closer together. Moo's getting a slow down there. Is going to pick up Jimmy and Boer on the way back. Demon's set quite far back right now, but can still recover it. Alfonso leading. Jimmy and Stormy side by side. Superboss with the inside lane into this corner. Might be enough to go up into first. Will be neck and neck with Fludes and Alfonso. Going into the dirt section. Stormy going around the outside. Couple of bumps there. Shady and Alfonso getting pushed back. Superboss up into the lead. when are we getting a Daytona, Indianapolis? Well, I did do a oval circuit at one point, not quite as um, focused as this one, a lot more high speed and chaotic. It didn't quite perform as well, so it has left the savings. Stormy getting slowed down across the line. It's going to cost a lot of time. So I don't know whether a NASCAR oval will be that interesting for people. So Supos and Jimmy very close together here. Alfonso with the fastest lap. Luna's got the inside line, might be looking to get a pass on Superboss and Jimmy here inside line around the corner. Everyone grouped up very close together. Trying not to have too much contact. A little bit of contact can make you drop behind here. Just got into IndyCar in the last few minutes. A lot of fun. Totally different to Formula One. It is very different. I've never watched it properly myself, but I've seen some clips from it. And Jimmy with an inside line, a lot of speed, is going to close off Luna on the outside. Taking that outside line means Fluids, Supos, and we have the inside. Sage hugging right on the inside. Everyone very close together there. They race on normal racetracks too, not just ovals. Yeah, you do usually see them on ovals. So I guess in my mind as well, and probably quite a few others, you think that's their main track or all they race on. Same with NASCAR. I didn't know for years that they actually did have circuits that were more than just turn left and turn left again. You like Newgarden, and they're basically every XF1 driver. Fair enough. Oh, Demon taking the fastest lap on that previous lap, using that open space to great effect. Alfonso going up into the lead and back into the first turn because he's Stormy and Demon not far behind now. Stormy is gaining on the main pack. Boer's shot up into the lead now. Going to be holding the inside around here to try and keep hold of that lead. Two of the green slushies though coming up the inside. The next corner, Shady and Azur will just get past Boer, but it is close. Everyone very close together and compact. Fluids moving up past Boer as well. Has an inside line going onto the straight. And going across, trying to get the inside line on the next corner as well. Is going to be side by side with Shady. Also XF2 drivers that didn't get a seat in F1. Interesting. Oh, there's a collision there. Iceman and Superboss both losing a bit of time. Demon's going to come through there. And Stormy's actually up into 7th with a fastest lap. And moving up into 2nd now. So great lap by Stormy. Meanwhile in Singapore, yeah. Sometimes it can be the way when off-road. It will be around the halfway point. She's going up into 1st, Stormy in 2nd, Jimmy just behind. Pesky Bird in 4th. We'll be looking to pick up some points after the last race, try and keep hold of that #1 spot. There's been a collision. Eggbot and Azur, Iceman getting picked up in that as well. And for those thinking the DNF count, it might have needed to go higher. Tell you what, you might be wrong. I did put quite a bit of time into the boost setup on this to try and make it very, very friendly for staying on. I'm actually surprised no one's gone off yet because I do have there are some recovery points on this that allow you to get back onto the track. You can drive back onto it using some on ramps. And in testing, usually someone goes off, or a couple of people go off on the first corner due to the battling, the fighting for position. And I'm surprised that hasn't happened. It's been fairly clean. And as I say that, Jimmy and Cheese both go off. We'll have to use the ramps to get back on. So you can see them in use there. Jimmy getting pinged off there. That was a big hit for Jimmy, flying off the edge of the track, and is going to have to use that ramp yet again in the distance. And that is not a good situation for Jimmy, rejoining the track back there, but very, very costly. And the timing on that is absolutely crazy. So Stormy leading, still holding the fastest lap. Superboss in second, Pesky Bird third. When off road, it's coming. It should be very soon now. Top three looks familiar. Pesky Bird, Stormy, and Superboss really putting in the work here, fighting for every point they can get, trying to hold the top three in the standings. We're currently in seventh, is the one that's mainly putting them at risk right now. Might be holding out for a late play. Stormy losing a few positions there. And here we go into the joke. So this did actually end up working out, even though the maths didn't quite added up to this number. It did actually end up working out that they would all take it at the same time. So it's not going to play too much effect of people taking it early. So Alfonso is going to be leading Stormy just behind, then Mood Demon and Weep. They were moving up. Mood dropping to sixth. We'll see where Azur and Jimmy are. Jimmy only just going around now, so it's not looking good for Jimmy. Azur set back a bit. Cheese having a bit of a slowdown going to the dirt section. It's going to cost some time. See, there's an ad break at the moment, so I'm going to wait before answering Pesky Bird's question. Wait until now everyone's going to be back. So as we head on to lap 11, Boyer going up into the lead. Does have Stormy very close behind. Weep in second. Iceman's going to look for the inside line here, and it works, moving up into first with Shady just behind. That main in the workshop. I feel like there would be quite a few tracks based on real life tracks in the workshop. Again, it depends on the size of the season. It might be a bit of a shorter season than, say, this one. But I think there are a few out there. But yeah, now the ad breaks are fully finished for everyone. Just to answer that question, can we do a season of just IRL tracks? Oh, a big hit for Shady there. That is one of the seasons I had in mind for those that have made or want to make tracks based on real life tracks, was to do initially I thought an F1 season, but I thought maybe widen that into other motorsports as well. So a real life motorsport track series. I don't know what I'd call the series or the season. But yeah, that is one of the ones I do have sort of planned as a spin-off season to do. So yes, is the short answer. So Stormy now in 13th, dropping quite a few positions. Pesky Bird up in the lead, but Eggbot is going to creep in front coming out of that corner. Pesky Bird with a bit more speed on the release. Superboss and Iceman just behind. Stormy managing to gain through that section. They're going to be on the outside though, but it could be good for the following sweeping bend where they'll have the inside lane. But Flutes had the best inside line there, goes up into first just in front of Superboss. Coming down the straight, going on to lap 13. Pesky Bird's going to have a bit more speed, but Fluge is going to be hugging the inside into this corner. It's a smart move to get the best line around them. Pesky Bird being forced to the outside is going to be costly. See Azure, Shady, and Cheese further back. And Jimmy is not looking too good for Jimmy right now. Too far behind to catch up. And Stormy's managed to gain a few positions up into second. But everyone's still very close together here. Really fighting it out for position. And in these final few races, these positions are even more important. There's a big hit there, sending Weep off the track as everyone's piled up. Weep gets forced off. He's going to have to go back to the on-ramp again. And that is an unfortunate situation for Weep. Eggbot currently leading. Moon Superboss up the inside. Pesky Bird with a very inside line. This is going to be big for Pesky Bird coming out the other side. There's Moo trying to block off Superboss on the outside. Iceman's going to have the inside line and will move up to first. Sage in second. See the F in the chat for Weep going off. Iceman's going to be forced to the outside here. Moo on the inside. Stormy with a lot of back and forth in this pack. It's Moo followed by Pesky Bird, both on the inside, but they won't have the inside line into the next corner. They're going to be taking the outside line. Superboss is going to cut in front, going onto the straight. Alfonso doesn't quite get in front of Pesky Bird with a bit more speed than Moo. Superboss playing defensive. Adds a hit there off the edge for Moo. Sage getting pushed off as well. Sage going to have to rejoin the track. And up ahead, they're starting to spread out a bit now. We're with a bit of a nudge there into Pesky Bird and then picking up Iceman. It's going to cost Boer a bit of time. Bump drafting everywhere. Yeah, there's so much bump drafting going on. But it can be costly. But the main pack up at the front trying to break away. Azure, Sage, Moo, Shady, and Cheese might just be out of reach to catch up. And Boer and Iceman are going to need to make up some time here to get back in that group. Going on to the final lap of the race. It's all close. There's been a collision. Stormy, Fludes, Demon, and Luna. Boer's going to come through there clean. But they will have the inside line. Boer's going to be on the outside there, the slower route. But we'll be looking at the inside for the next bit. Pesky Bird has some good speed on the inside. Alfonso with a bit of a collision there. Azure actually has the fastest lap right now. Pesky Bird's going to be leading. Boer colliding with the edge. Almost going off, does stay on, but it's a big slowdown. And that is a lot of time lost for Boer. That could be over for Boer's chances of getting to the top 3 following this race. And it was looking promising. But Pesky Bird, Stormy, and Superboss are still in this main group. And it's currently Pesky Bird up at the front and taking the inside line going on to the final straight. Boer's just leading ahead of Shady, Sage, Moo. And Pesky Bird is leading in this pack. Is it going to be enough? Coming down to the finish, it's neck and neck. And Stormy actually getting pushed back. Pesky Bird is going to take the win. It was very close across the line. Pesky Bird takes the win, just trying to keep that first place secured in the standings. Eggbot takes a close second. Iceman third. Superboss fourth. Flues fifth. Luna sixth. Demon seventh. Alfonso eighth. Stormy ninth. Moo 10th. Were in 11th after that unfortunate slowdown. Sage 12th. Shady 13th. Azure 14th with the fastest lap. Cheese 15th, Weep 16th, and Jimmy 17th. And look at how close those positions were. Might be another photo finish moment. Iceman and Superboss literally tied across the line. And yes, Iceman, you are in front of Superboss. Double ultraviolets win the stream. It is. It's a good stream for the ultraviolets. I can tell you for a fact I did not finish in the same frame as them, but behind them. Well, I'm sure we'll have a clip of this finish as well, going to the Discord so we can review that. But we go off the leaderboard, we go off the results. And according to the positions, Iceman, you got third. And yes, another fastest lap for the green slushies. So let's head over to our winning marble cam, Pesky Bird. Claps in the chat. Congratulations to Pesky Bird on that win after the not so good previous race and the risk of dropping out of first. Pesky Bird really pulling it back this race, trying to secure that first place going to the last two races. Doesn't want to put anything at risk of losing that number one spot. But Superboss and Stormy dropping a bit at the end. It was looking close, and then something went wrong. Same with Boer. Something went wrong in that final lap. Both of them losing some time. So it could be close here between Superboss and Stormy now for that second place. Vehicle track. I rate this track well done. I rate this track well. No bias. Thank you. I'm glad it performed well. And I was expecting more people to go off at the very start. I was expecting a couple more to go off. It's funny how it was after I said that, into the second half of the race, that then people started going off the edge. But close racing, you're going to get some bumps, you're going to get some crashes, you're going to get some people going off track. Hey, there we go. So, Pesky Bird with a win. Very close. And 0 DNFs. So let's choose the outcome. And you know what? Everyone was actually right on that one. Everyone is a winner on the predictions. They all had faith in the track. Although some people I definitely saw were going back on that when they were seeing the track tour. But there you go, 0 DNFs. So congratulations on that. But now I'm going to go put these results over on the leaderboard, and then I'll be back in just a minute with the standings. All right, the results have been entered. Thank you again, Iceman, for the hydration. That is my last bit of water. So time that just right. So let's head over to the standings. So with Pesky Bird taking the win, they extend that lead now up to 621 points. And Pesky Bird currently, just random fact, currently has the most third places of everyone. Stormy still holding the most first places. And I cannot remember who it is that has the most seconds. I want to say Superboss. I may be wrong, but it'll be in the Discord as usual with all the positions. So yeah, just a fun fact. And of course, Alfonso still holding the most fastest laps. But Pesky Bird still leading. It's Cheese. Is it Cheese? Is it Cheese with the most second places? There you go. Yeah, I couldn't remember who the most second places were. But I noticed that Pesky Bird did have the most thirds, which was an interesting one for the race leader. Unless you made a mistake somewhere. You're probably right, but yeah, we'll see it. We'll find out afterwards. But yes, Pesky Bird, 621 points in the lead. Stormy in second with 590. Superboss in third, 1 point behind it. Behind Stormy. 589 points. There's a 1 point difference between second and third right now. So it's going to be interesting going into the next couple of races. We're in fourth with 569. Still not out of the running. Still not out of the running with 2 races to go. Still a chance. Flude's in fifth with 516. Demon in sixth with 497. Moo in seventh with 496. Weep in eighth with 493. Sage in ninth with 489. And Cheese in 10th with 488. Below that we have Alfonso, Iceman, Azur, Shady, Eggbot, Luna, and Jimmy. Not been a great season for Jimmy. Picking up another 17th place on this track. It's been a bit of a struggle. It's definitely not been Jimmy's season this time around. But you can't have every season that money is mine, says Pesky Bird. And Iceman also saying Pesky Bird can seal it in Malaysia now. So there you go. No pressure on Pesky Bird going into the next race. We can still get up into top 3. Fifth and downwards are out. So there we go. Getting the updates from Iceman. What I like to see coming up to the end of this. Saves me having to work all of this stuff out. Let other people that probably better at doing it, to be honest, do it and let me know. So there you go. So Wort and Flute. Wait, did you say fifth and downwards? Also, it is just the top 4. So Fludes and below are all out of contention for the top 3. So it's all on Boer to knock someone out of that top 3 spot. So there's no pressure whatsoever on any of those in the top 4. Feels special. Yeah, it's gonna have a exciting couple of races left. So Marble GP Malaysia is going to be on Thursday at the usual time, and then Red Rings finale will be on Friday. So we've got those to look forward to. And let me know in the Discord if you want to see a little bit more in those streams, if you want to do an extra race, just a casual one or something. If you want a bit more to the streams, as we do usually do 2 races on all the other streams we've been doing this season. You could always throw in a random warm-up race or something. Maybe a track that isn't even in the list. Maybe one you want me to check out. Could always do that. But yeah, you let me know in the Discord what preferences, or we just stick to the race and focus on that. But that is going to be it for this stream. The top 4 for legends of the channel. 4 legends. Yeah, 4 people that have been around for a long time, supporting the races, supporting the streams, following UMR for a while. So not a bad 4 to be battling it out coming up to the end of season 4. But that will do it for this stream and this video. Flude's math says she can theoretically still get 3rd. Ooh. Does Iceman have to do a bit of checking, double checking? Thank you for the stream and your own track too. It was very fun. Cheers and see you all Thursday. Of course, no worries. It's been great, as I've said before, I've said quite a few times. I appreciate everything. All the viewers, everyone watching, all the support. Keeps these going, keeps me going, keeps me motivated. I don't know, I was talking about. So do I. That is going to do it for this one. So have a good night, a good day, a good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you are. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.